Hey everybody, Justin Watches Movies here with a review for Fantastic Mr. Fox with my good friend Rachel Wagner. She is here to talk about Fantastic Mr. Fox. And a couple months ago when I was thinking about all the people I want to join me on my channel for Fantastic Mr. Fox, Rachel Wagner was the perfect pick to talk about this movie. This is the second to last movie review I'll be doing for my Wes Anderson series. Next week we'll be talking about Moonrise Kingdom with Cody Curtis, but we're here today to talk about Fantastic Mr. Fox with Rachel Wagner. As always, before I give my thoughts on the movie, Rachel's going to start off this review with her thoughts on Wes Anderson's Fantastic Mr. Fox. So Rachel, what do you think about this Wes Anderson film?
Hi everybody, so I'm Rachel from Rachel's Reviews. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold that I'm dealing with right now, so my voice is a little weird. But I'm really excited to be here on Justin's channel to talk about Fantastic Mr. Fox. Animation is my thing. It's what I love most in the world, and how fun to have a animated film from Wes Anderson, a stop-motion animated film. I also really love Roald Dahl. I really grew up with his novels, including Fantastic Mr. Fox. So this was just such a delight, and I love stop-motion as well. So it had so many things going for it. And it came out in 2009, which is one of the best years for animation ever, if not the best. It was the same year as Coraline and Up, and you had The Secret of the Kells, and Princess and the Frog, and Nine, and A Town Called Panic. Just amazing, amazing movies. I mean, some great stop motion movies. And so it came out in just this incredible year. I think that most years it would have had a pretty good chance of winning an Academy Award for Best Animated Film, but with Up, actually getting nominated for Best Picture that year. But yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox, it tells the story of this fox, Fantastic Mr. Fox, that he has a thief, and his wife tells him that she wants him to stop being a thief and to get back to being a safe guy. Well, he ends up trying to improve his ways, but there's the temptation of these three farmers. They have a son named Ash, who's very kind of depressed and sad. And then they get their nephew comes to stay with them named Christopherson. So Christopherson is good at everything, and Ash starts to kind of resent his cousin and honing in on his time with his parents and getting all the attention and everything like that. And so there becomes this back and forth with these farmers because they decide to go and take things from the farmers, and the farmers then decide that they're going to try and get them out of these tunnels. They're in this tree, and so there's this various back and forth. And a lot of this movie, the enjoyment level depends on if you like Wes Anderson's style of humor. It is very dry. It is very sort of sullen and sarcastic. There's a big joke through the movie of them saying where they want to use swear words, because normally Wes Anderson has swear words in his movies, but they just say cuss a lot, cuss.
Cuss you are. Are you cussing with me?
No, you cussing with me?
Don't cuss and point.
You're gonna cuss with somebody, you're not gonna...
None of the characters are really all that likable, so it just depends on if you find them funny. I do find them funny. I do enjoy them, so I enjoy the movie. I also really love watching the stop motion and how they create all the little details of the house and the tunnels and the different farmers, and they're sort of, I love that the sort of creation of stop motion is really fun. I think see what we get with Isle of Dogs, that's a completely original story where this was based on a book, and so I'm curious to see what Wes Anderson has in store, and definitely very curious to at least see the animation. So it'll be curious to know what Justin thinks of this, and so yeah, thanks for letting me be on your channel. Bye.
Thanks, Rachel, for being on my channel for the first time to talk about Fantastic Mr. Fox. Can't wait for you to join me later in the year to talk about The Incredibles. I only saw this movie a couple times when it was released, and I put it off. And then I got it for Christmas, and I really wanted to watch it. Every Saturday, my daughter and I get up and we watch Wes Anderson films for the next week's review. She doesn't understand them since she's only 4 months old, but I kind of cherish these moments. And when we got to Fantastic Mr. Fox, I put her down on the floor and we watched the movie together, and I fell in love with this movie. I don't know, it's something about this movie is really special, and I just really admire the story and the overall craft going into this movie. This movie is about Mr. Fox, who before he had his son, used to steal things from farms, and he had his child, and he promised that he put that lifestyle away. But when he moved to this nice tree, there was 3 big companies that he felt like he needed to steal from, and he got some people together and he secretly stole things throughout the night, and he had a lot of fun with that. And I really loved the story of Fantastic Mr. Fox, not because he was stealing things, but he was getting back to what he was doing, what he loved to do, and he kind of had some enjoyment in it. It's not like he was stealing money and stuff. He was stealing things so he could feed his family. But I thought those moments added a lot of fun to it, and kind of sometimes added some suspense when he was trying to steal different things from these 3 big companies. But I just had a lot of fun with those moments, and I also had a lot of fun with the animation. It is terrific, and there's so much craft going into this movie. Every single little detail in here just really pops out and just really adds something to the movie. You could watch the movie and have fun with the storyline and the jokes and, you know, whatever it may be, but then you also have the animation that's just so beautiful to look at. It just adds something extra to this movie. And the voice acting in here is perfect as well. We get George Clooney and Meryl Streep and Jason Schwartzman and Owen Wilson. I even think Wes Anderson voices in this movie as well. But it's so cool to see all these different little creatures and how they're crafted and made and how they kind of add to this storyline. We have the little side story of Mr. Fox's son, who's a little bit jealous of his cousin that's come to live with them. And so we're not only focused on Mr. Fox and him stealing a bunch of things, we're also trying to get the son to try to win over his father as well. And we do get some heartwarming moments with that towards the end of the movie. But overall, Fantastic Mr. Fox is a very adorable film. It's crafted so well, and I love the story, even though it's about stealing things. I kind of had fun with Mr. Fox doing all that because it's, you know, some of his happiest moments. I don't know, I just kind of admired it. But overall, this movie was very charming, had some heartwarming moments, and I loved how this movie was crafted. And it is one of my favorite Wes Anderson films. I'm going to go ahead and give Fantastic Mr. Fox an A. Thank you, Rachel, for joining me on my channel for the first time to talk about Fantastic Mr. Fox. I can't wait for Isle of Dogs. I hope it is as good as this movie. Thank you guys for checking out another Wes Anderson movie review. Next week I'll be reviewing Moonrise Kingdom with Cody Curtis. Make sure to check out that review, and then I'll be reviewing Isle of Dogs when it's released, and then ranking all Wes Anderson films. You guys are the best as always. Make sure to go over to Rachel's channel, show her some love. She does a lot of animation reviews. She loves animated movies. So if you guys like Disney and other animated movies, her channel is the place to go. You guys are the best as always. This is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.